Hello everybody! Rambling on a Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's feeling good. Oh my God! What a week! Oh my gosh! I'm like, can I please put the top down and just cruise up Highway 1? Just cruise on up to Big Sur, just kind of chill. But no, I can't because Big Sur's closed. Well, Highway 1 is closed, I should say. So from where I am, I'd have to go all the way around. Highway 1 is kind of famous. There's just a lot of songs written about driving up the coast. I don't know if Hot Rod Lincoln is. You all know Hot Rod Lincoln, Commander Cody, and the Lost Planet Airman? Airmen. Oh, you're going to drive me to drinking if you don't stop driving that Hot Rod Lincoln. And I don't know, I have been wanting to imbibe a little more than normal this week. It was tough. It was so hard. I just want to thank all the people that are standing up and fighting for this insanity, to stop this insanity. So whoever you are out there, thank you. We're going to get into it a little bit today, so try to keep it on a higher vibe. But what do I got going on today besides rambling? We're going to look into we're going to look into DEI and the DOE. We're going to look at them shipping. I just got a little notice from this girl. I can't remember her name. She's with the Ascension Playground. Okay, a little side note. I am going to be putting up a video share on my comments page from the Ascension Playground, and it's pretty funny, sort of funny. So she is offering you all a free starseed astrology report for the first 11 or maybe 33, I don't know. Anyway, I'll put that on my community page. Hopefully I will get her here and we'll do she'll show you what this report is, and maybe she'll read my report. Ooh. That is Ursi over at Ascension Playground. I'm gonna still pretend I don't know who she is. It's very fun, very fun. Even though, I did get her name wrong, but she did get my name wrong too. So in the video, which did not go unnoticed. Did not. All right, let's get back into it. We're going to be looking at the Department of Education. We're going to be looking at this Alien Enemy Act. Oh my God. Oh, I'm like, ooh, yeah. I'm gritting my teeth. I've already worn out a mouth guard. I just bought it and I wore it out already. I just want to give huge props to Mark Elias and Democracy Docket for all his work. And it's just not him. I mean, there's a whole bunch. Joyce Vance, Heather Cox Richardson, just so many more. And I can't name them all, but we are making a difference. And I don't say, I'm not including myself in the amount of work that they do. But when I say we, I'm part of it as you are part of it. And so I wonder, as we are dealing with this, and I don't like to use the words fight so much, but that's what I'm feeling. changing, evolving into is probably a better, higher vibe word. As we evolve into the higher state of consciousness, I just lost my thought because I was in a higher state of consciousness. But we are all part of this. So our thoughts, and I talked about this the last video, our thoughts create what we want to, how we want to live. So we got to stay in that higher vibration, and it's so friggin' hard right now. Notice I didn't say the other friggin' word. How many podcasters are cussing now? Oh, wow. I saw, who did I see? I forgot, the guy that wears pearls. I really like him. Him and JVL and see, I'm in that higher vibration and I can't remember anything. Who is that guy? Tim Miller. Tim Miller, he went ballistic, as he should, with the El Salvadorian guy. That, not the El Salvador. I'm going to read on it. So, okay. So what I want to look at, besides all, his name is Jersey Reyes Barrios. That's the guy Tim Miller was just going ballistic with. I'm going to read on him. Mark Elias. Gosh dang. You know, the law firm, I want to look at how our legal system is hanging in there. Because it seems that we're really, really stretching it. And we have a lot of these companies that are just folding to Trump and what he wants. I mean, we had Disney, remember that? We had the first legal challenges against Fox News. And they go, we're going to bring this out. We're going to make them apologize. And it was like so wimpy and so weak. And Fox, whatever, opinions are still spewing these lies, and there's no checks. Maybe I should read on the checks and balances of things. So, you know, I just want to look at, we had one major law firm that was a liberal law firm that Mark Elias was talking about, and it folded to Trump. It said, yeah, you know, we're going to look into our DEI hiring practices. Yeah, we probably did some wrong things. Yeah, and we're going to give $40 million for pro bono work for your causes. And I'm like, what? Yeah, you can, in my head, I'm like, wow, I'm cussing. So the other thing too, you know, I want to look at why, and I hope I get to this ramble. Why is some of these liberal people, progressive people, talking to these far right lunatics? No, I'll say lunatics. Gavin Newsom. You know, what the hell? Oh no, we need to look at both sides. I don't know. I'm having such a hard time with my hillbilly brothers. And I just want to back up a little bit for my new subscribers. I was raised in Missouri. I was raised very conservative, Catholic conservative. I make a joke about St. Louis Catholics. Well, my hillbilly brother does this. They're all drunks. They all drink a lot. And, well, you know, because they're from St. Louis and they're Catholic and they're hillbillies. I got a soft spot in my heart for hillbillies. So, you know who else I have a soft spot in my heart for? Say hello to Psychic Duck, everybody. Hello, good to see everybody. Are you triggered? Oh, yeah. Gloves off, arms up, oh, elbows up. Elbows up. I love that comment, gloves off, poof, elbows up. So I used to play hockey. I never got into a fight, but when the gloves came off, I skated the other way. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. I didn't mean to check you that hard. Anyway, my hillbilly brother is just a label for all of the MAGA people in my life who I deal with. My brother was one, but he voted for Kamala. So my brothers, the family members, cousins, even I got an evangelical. The people that I've been associated with when I was in LA and doing business, and I see the MAGA tendencies, I'm going, what? So I'm still bumping into these people, and in my circle, I'm still bumping into them. I'm trying to figure out, how do I deal with them? We're going to talk about that a little bit later. All right, this is a big ramble. Well, it is Friday, so it's good. Got some great comments from you that I am going to read on a little bit right now. So let's just take a look. I like to start off 12/22. A lot of synchronicities. So we did a show. I go, when is this nightmare going to end? I asked this a lot. Yesterday on Sheila's channel with Lori's, at the very end of the video, this is cool, at the very end of the video, we are talking about when this nightmare is going to end. And me being the election truther that I am, knowing that the election was stolen, and I go, it's going to be revealed. It's going to, please, it's going to be revealed. And I think my intuitive sense is that we are going to, from here on, it's going to be information that we're going to find out that something was flipped by Elon Musk, by the feline. That's too close to like feline, and I like cats, although I'm allergic. But the votes were flipped and manipulated, and that we need to do something over. This current administration is going to leave, and I said, I think it's by June. And Sheila goes, I have a calendar deck, and I've got 12 cards with the month, one card for each month. Lori, pick a number. She picked 5. The 5th card that Sheila picked out, June. I'm like, yes! So last night, before I go to bed, I throw cards a lot, and I go, what is going on? Because I'm so, and I go, is something really going to happen? Is anything really going to happen? And I got this card. You are not alone in the universe. And I went, whew, thank God. Thank God I have Psychic Duck. Thank God I have you all. And I was listening to another podcast, YouTuber, Karen, and she's really funny. Like, don't ask me her channel's name. Ask her Spirit Guides or something. Very fun. And she was talking about that she got a message that she's supposed to talk about Jesus. And I went, oh, maybe that's what this is all about. You are not alone in the universe. We got some divine help coming down here. I always thought it was Psychic Duck. Maybe it's Jesus. No, it's Psychic Duck. The next card I got is a comforting presence is on its way. Is on the way. And I'm like, okay, is that like a letting go of this Pumkin Head messaging? And then I really did think, well, this could be that Jeshua energy, the master teacher of it's not of fighting. It's not of anything but love. And I'm like, okay. And then it's the last card I got is be firm in your resolve, stand strong. Soul promise. Be firm in your resolve and commit. Be firm in your resolve and commit. I'm not sure what that commitment is yet, but when we start looking at our legal system and they start folding, come on now. Come on, everybody. Okay, so let's just take a look real quick at our legal system since I was bringing that up. How strong is it? We've got a lot of things going on that are stretching our legal system to the brink. And these people, I'm sorry, the people that are promoting themselves as the law and order party, but yet they're defying courts by saying they don't have the authority to step in and do that. Well, what's that all? Now you know why people are cussing. So, speaking of rambling, well, I wasn't, but I am now. How'd you like those hood ornaments? Those are pretty cool. Okay, Rambler. Hudson Rambler. All right. Hudson Rambler. How's the court systems? Let's look at the lower court and then let's look at the higher court. How are these court systems? I'm going to drop this down so I can focus on my water. Psychic Duck, you want to be in my water? No. Why not? It's too clean. All right, here we go. What is going on? How are we standing up in the lower courts? What are the judges generally? Not all, because you got the Eileen Cannons and you got some, the Clarence Thomas judges. But generally, how are the judges feeling about government pushing back on their rulings? Ooh, they're looking at an offer. 4 cups. 3 cups are spilled. They're looking at just the mess that is made on the table. But there's an offer being presented that they're not really looking at. I think there's too much water here that they're trying to clean up. And in this deck, as I've said before, I like this 4 cups because it's really 5 full cups if you look at the fountain behind them. So there is some magic in this card, in this deck, because it's like you guys aren't looking at the big picture. Look at the bigger picture. And every morning I go down at 7:30. I'm still doing my prayer circle, 7:30, sending peace and love out to the planet, compassion. And when I go to the east, I ride up on eagle's wings or condor's wings, and I look at the world from a different perspective. This is that Jeshua energy. We are not alone. Okay. It's being challenged by the Queen of Cups. Covered by the Queen of Cups. You're not looking at the full picture. For people who are new to my channel, this Queen of Cups is in a lotus pond, and there are lotus flowers in there. And this is my Kamala Harris card. She keeps showing up. Why isn't she saying anything? Tim Walz is saying something. Did you hear the whine in my voice? Why? Why isn't she coming out and saying something? This is silly. Stand up in your resolve, Kamala. poking her in the belly. Come on! So we'll take a look at her energy in a little bit too. See what we can figure out from this. Okay, so the court system, the lower court system. There's something coming, a bigger thing coming, and it's being covered by or challenged by the Queen of Cups. A calming energy, a female energy, another secret in that cup too. Please open up the cup. Let's see what the secret is. And sometimes I keep thinking in today's times, I go, are we, we keep getting these revelations from, it's coming, things are coming, wait for this time. And I go, is it just more hurtful news that's coming? Is that the big reveal? Or are we actually going to have calm and peace? This is a calm and peace card. Okay. At the base of the reading, what we're marinating in, what we're floating in, what the lotus pond is without the lotus blossoms is restriction. The Eight of Swords, just feeling like, the frustration of it. Not being able to move. It's just like, what? Things keep going so slowly with the lower courts. They go, okay, you need to present this within 2 weeks. They ship these guys out to El Salvador in a day. Why can't you say, no, bring me that information tomorrow? Why can't they do that? Okay. In the past, as it relates, is the hard decision, is the legal. 2 swords. Swords are legal challenges. So this is this, they have a hard decision that they need to make. And this is in the past as it relates. They're trying to balance out the way it normally works, maybe with the way it needs to work now. Maybe they're going to start moving faster. Oh, wouldn't it be great if I got the Eight of Wands up here? Boom, things going really fast. I didn't. We get a new emotional start. Maybe this cup that the Lotus Queen is holding, she opens up the lid and now we have an overflowing of cup energy. And in the potential near future, lower courts, they're really working hard at this. And it's in other decks, the Three of Pentacles has 3 people working. This is singular. So it's almost like this lower court is working just by itself almost. Let me kick these over so get a little more room here as I start speeding this up. This also can be dark money. It can also be Russian. I'm not feeling that here. Internally, again, singular hermit energy, shining the light on something that needs to be seen. Eight of Wands. Coming in fast. External position. I said I want that up here. I got it down here. Whoo, thank you. I'm getting chills. I should turn the heat up. Hopes and fears. Star card. Star of hope. Please, please bring us some balance. Bring us some energy. Bring us some star beams. Star, looking at things from a higher point of view. That's what I get from this Four of Cups. And in the potential, in the final outcome, I get the King of Swords. Major legal issues. He's not fooling around. Majors. This is Supreme Court. Major issues. They're going, oh, hell no, you cannot say that. You cannot do that. And then we have a knave of wands. Information coming. This looks like it's coming from overseas. You see the pyramids in the background. not an action card, but getting some information. And it's a little bit of a heartbreak. A little bit. I mean, if they're talking about these El Salvador, they're talking about shipping these supposed gang members without due process down to one of the worst prison systems in the world. It's heartbreak. It's not a little heartbreak. It's huge heartbreak. The other day, lifting this up, not the other day, the other month, I went to up Highway 395 to the Alabama Hills, yes, in California, to look at the bristlecone pine trees. And on the way up to 395, we passed China Lake. And that is one of the internment camps that they had for the Japanese. And I went and walked around. It's horrific. Horrific what our history has done to people. And what this administration is saying, let's not look past, let's look forward. But we just keep repeating ourselves, which is why history is so important to say, let's try to stop this cycle. Okay, I want to pull some, what is this? I'm going to use my Halloween deck which is odd for me, because normally this is what I read Pumkin Head on. But I just want to look at what this Three of Swords is. Is it in regards to just the cruelty of what Pumkin Head's administration is doing? And it's Project 2025. Joyce Vance said, the Department of Education is on page 165, whatever. Chapter 8 of Project 2025. And I put that out. I said, read it. Here it is. Put it on my community page. You can read it. Go to Joyce Vance. She has it. You can read it. Lays it right out there. I don't know anything about it. What is this Three of Swords in reference to? Is it to us feeling heartbreak, or is it to the King of Swords just going, hell no? I got information coming from overseas that is part of me going, hell no. What is this about? Oh, Three of Pumpkins. It's about the lovers. Seven of Pumpkins. Review. What is the Three of Swords about? So we get the Three of Pumpkins. And this is... Three pumpkins are pentacles. So, I mean, we got that down here in the potential near future. With the lovers, I am getting a little bit of a Russian vibe with this information, and there's a review over. There's a review. If this is dark money, they're looking at the dark money, and there is and their love of power, greed, because that's what this is all about. And there's a big review coming up. Okay, great. Let's look into, as we're rambling, right? Let's go along that thread. So Sheila was talking about yesterday having DEI companies that support DEI, companies that don't support DEI. And she put that up on her on her community post, Celtic Sheila. And if you go there, you can see that. And I question that a little bit because one of them is, you know, I look at the side that is not doing DEI anymore, and some of these law firms are not standing up. Disney didn't stand up. Does that mean I can't watch Star Wars anymore? You know, you have Google, you have all these things that we are so entrenched in our daily lives. Is it best to boycott them, or is it better to write a letter, call them, and inundate them with letters and mail? I think it's better to inundate them with letters and mail. Now, certainly if you feel like boycotting them, yeah. I mean, that will, when they see their, you know, their stock price go down, well, I think it's a combination of all of them. Let's just throw 3 cards. First one will be boycott. The second one will be letter writing. And as I said, boycott. I don't know if you all saw this, but I saw this orb fly up. I think it was off camera. Okay, let's just see. Boycott. So, let's drop it down. You can see. So, boycotting. We got the Knight of Chalices, Knight of Cups. This card, this deck, it's kind of just, it's not, it feels like it's a standing up to the crazy energy that we're dealing with. A lot of times this is the knight in shining armor. It could be a false knight thing. We have the King of Wands doing this for like a higher intention, sending out some higher information. Maybe they'll get it, maybe they won't. And then it feels like it's just a pause. We're just looking at things. And again, this is overseas, watching ships come in, watching ships go out, waiting. So this is boycotting them. Feels like it's, oh, I just heard wait. You don't need to. Things are going to change. Okay, what about letter writing? What about picking up the phone and calling them? I screamed at American Airlines the other day. I know, can you imagine me screaming? I used my duck voice though, so it was okay. 9 of Cups. This is the wish card. Wishes fulfilled. 7 of Cups. Illusion, delusion. Pick the right company, pick the right card. What we're doing is maybe not that effective, but it gives us something to do. So make sure you pick the right company that you write to. And it's about the 7 of Swords, sneaking into camp, taking somebody's defenses. It's like dishonorable information, dishonorable actions. It doesn't really clearly say which is the better outcome for this. Let's do a little pendulum action on it. Okay. Okay, so as I go up here, if I am fully protected, if I have permission to douse, and I am accessing my higher source, show me a yes, and it is. That's a yes. May I ask a question, please? And when it goes into a circle, I can ask, is this boycotting companies that do not promote our ideas? Is that a worthwhile thing? Will it make a difference? that is a yes. May I ask a question, please? Oh, let me go back up here. Will it make... Okay, may I ask a question, please? It's giving me the circle. It's ready. Will this make a difference to the company's position? If we boycott, will this make a difference in the company's position? No. Will these companies change their position? If I may ask another question, it goes in a circle. Will these companies change their position in the near future? I get a yes. Okay. Will letter writing, may I ask another question, please? Will letter writing, calling, will that be more effective than boycotting? And it's going around in circles. It's above the 7 of Cups, illusion and delusion. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I think it feels, if it feels good, that's a saying from the 60s. If it feels good, do it. If it feels good, just do it. Okay. So the other thing that we had was, let's go back to the courts. I want to look at the Supreme Court, and I'm going to use my Deviant Moon deck on the Supreme Court. Really, Danny? Deviant Moon? Yes. Yes, I am. What? Are they going to be standing up, this Supreme Court? Are they going to be standing up and doing the right thing? When the judges hold, oh, that'd be a good one. Are the judges going to hold the U.S. government to contempt? Are they going to charge them with contempt? I mean, I don't even know what that looks like. I don't think anybody does. Maybe. I mean, this is so out of my wheelhouse. Ever since this knucklehead's gotten in office, I've learned more about the way our government works, for good or bad, than I ever cared to know. And maybe that is a good thing. I think, did I just mix up all my cards? No, I didn't. Woo, thank you. All right, all right, all right, all right. Supreme Court. What? What? Psychic Duck wants to say something. What do you want to say? I can't say that. Psychic Duck was cussing. Have you ever heard a duck cuss? Woo! Woo! That duck has a beak on him, her, them, shem. I'd like to see the Supreme Court say, you got to stop that shem stuff with the duck. The duck would give them a piece of Shem's mind. Here we go. Supreme Court, are you going to have the mushrooms? That's a little joke. Anyway. The testicles. Go back to look. I remember Susan Lynn, when she first started her channel, she has a video out where her guides left a bucket of balls, bull balls, next to her front door, and she opened the door and she looks down and she sees this bucket of balls. She goes, I think Spirit is telling me I need to grow some. It was so dang funny. Yes. Yes, all right. Supreme Court, are you going to be doing the right thing? Are you going to be doing the right thing for our country? I see two saying that they're not. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This is my Republican card. It's just a big game to them. It's just a big game. And what they're doing is they're playing a game on the back of that poor person. And the reason I say poor person is because I can see the ribs. Food insecurities. Okay. It's being challenged by the Tower moment. They want to keep their way of life, but it's being covered by, challenged by the destruction of everything that they stand for. Their jobs. Are they going to give in? We have the Seven of Cups, the confusion. To me, this is, it's like a redrawing. They're going to redraw some stuff. In the past, it's the burden, the completion. At the top is the King of Swords. Yes, they think themselves as the King of Swords. And then the Wish card, the Nine of Cups. Are they going to be able to stand up to this? We get the Wish card. We have Temperance internally. We have Heartbreak, Three of Swords. In the external position, hopes and fears. We have the balancing, the juggling of cases. And we have the Nine of Wands getting beat up, but still standing. The Light of America. Truth, Lady Liberty, still standing. We get the Queen of Swords coming through. This may be one of the female justices coming through. Is it Amy? Ooh. Then you get the Ten of Swords being stabbed in the back. Certainly, if the administration says, we're not going to do what the justices say we're going to do, that's getting pretty dang cut up. I pulled one more. I'm going to pull one more after that. We get Justice. Interesting with this. I had to. You have to look at this deck a little carefully. So with this Justice holding up two swords of truth, and then a fish, and that fish. It looks a little dead, but it could just be a deep, deep bottom dweller. Remember, when you see those fish down in the depths of the ocean, like 600 feet or something, and they're blind and they have these big teeth and they have little lures that light up, so fish go, oh, what's that light now? But anyway, this fish looks like some of the fish that I see in the Salton Sea when I go down there, and that's just this body of water that is too salty. Fish are all dying. I think we are going to stand. I think they are going to stand up to this, and we're going to get some new tools to fight this. Page of Pentacles. It's not without its heartbreak. It's not without its Tower moment. Good things are coming, but we still have to deal with these Tower moments. All right. Oh, 45 minutes. Okay, I want to look at I'm going to shift gears now. I am going to be looking at Pumpkin Head. Some people go, why do you use Pumpkin Head? Well, I don't think they talk like that. That was just me. Sorry. Because I use Pumpkin Head because of the Halloween deck, and I hope I can get the Ace of Pumpkins out, because that reminded me of Pumpkin Head 45, F45, where it was a little jack-o'-lantern that kids carry in Halloween, and they stuff candy in his head, and his head's all full of sugar and full of crazy ideas, and whoever shoves the last piece of candy in, that's what he's going with. So, and it was kind of humorous. I was making fun. I haven't used this deck in a while because it's not fun anymore. This is too damn serious. This is Frankenstein. Frankenduck. Okay. Psychic Duck goes, Frankenduck is not bad, just misunderstood. Okay. Is Frankenduck MAGA? No. Okay. All right. And for those of you who know who Frankenduck is, you know what I'm talking about. And for those who don't, well, you gotta go online and Google it. Okay. Or DuckDuckGo it. That's that a website that doesn't have any tracking to it. And I've used it every now and again. It's pretty cool. DuckDuckGo. DuckDuck really likes it. Okay, let me focus on Pumpkin Head. What's up with him? What is going on? Is he hearing things that he is not paying attention to? Oh, and then I've got to look at Muskrat going into getting war plans. Oh, that's another thing. I mean, there's just so much. Okay, Pumpkin Head. Let me drop this down and then I'm going to get into Musk. Pumpkin Head. Hanged Man. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. He's not looking at things from a different point of view. He's just hanged. He's upside down. His pumpkin heads are green down here. Yeah, it's no good. He's got crow energy up here that's giving him some information, but he's just wrapped up and crazy. 8 of bats. Bats are swords, but they've just wrapped him up. He should be in the loony bin. Not for entertainment purposes only. We have the 5 of Wands battling things. I think he's battling things in his head. 6 of Wands, riding in as a winner, is in the past. Yeah, I think I won. The top of the reading is the King of Imps. This is Pumpkin Head, though. We're talking about Felon 45. The King of Imps, more information. A lot of times this is my Mark Ruta card. Information coming from other sources. I look at this. Look at the cat, what the cat is looking at. The cat is looking at a salamander, it looks like. Okay. There's some new things coming up with Pumpkin Head. And we get the 7 of Imps, 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands. In this deck, as I'm looking at this, everybody's kind of following the leader here, not really looking where they're going. They're looking at that one guy, and they go, "You're not part of us." "Oh yeah, I am. Yeah, you just don't know it." And there's something going on down here. So in this Seven of Imps, the Seven of Wands, it feels like this, I mean, they're pointing up at this house, and Seven of Wands is usually like running up a hill, a challenge. It looks like there's a challenge in keeping everything together for him, Pumkin Head. Because he's all wrapped up, but he's still got all these factions and how to keep them together. We have the Ten of Pumpkins. Oof. And here we have them playing, using Pumkin Head as a piñata. Oh. Is that really Pumkin Head as a piñata? It feels like it. It feels like all these people, Stephen Miller, Elon Musk, blah, 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 using him and batting him around with a stick. And I know some of y'all saying, I'll play. External position. We get Skeleton Man. We get the Death card. And I say that for entertainment purposes only. Hopes and Fears are the Knight of Bats. The Knight of Swords. Flying in. He's afraid of that, maybe? And the final outcome is Judgment. What's he being judged for? Ooh. 4 bats. 4 swords. Retreat. Coffinish. And the Devil. Oof. Oof. When you get the Death card with the 4 of Swords card, did I have the Tower card in here? No. But I got the Devil card. I got the Judgment card. I wouldn't want that. Let's look at underlined thing. At the base of the reading, we have the Moon energy. Oh, okay. We have the Tower moment. We also have the Sun moment. And we have the Ten of Wands, the burden. The burden of dealing. Okay, so the underlying energy. The craziness of the moon is bringing a Tower moment that will also bring an illumination moment and a sun moment, and everybody, look at all the little skeleton heads all smiling and laughing. So all of these things are probably going to be reversed, and then, but it's still a heavy, heavy burden. So Pumkin Head is dealing with a lot of crazy stuff, but he is also, he's got the Death, Judgment, 4 of Swords, the addiction energy. He's not doing well. These cards are saying he is not doing well, and there's a big Tower moment coming. Okay, I am going to run really late. Geez, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Let's take a look at, and I'm not going to use this deck. Pause. I am using my Tarot Grand Lux deck for this one. Last night, I heard that Elon Musk was going into, he's such a whiny crybaby, right? He's more money than anybody on the planet, I think still. His stock is falling. He's crying about all the liberals and that are burning up his Tesla cars. And he goes, I didn't do anything. I didn't. It's kind of like his son that's always around him. It felt like his son was slapping him around and said, grow up. Grow up, Dad. Come on now. Anyway, and all these Republicans are going, yeah, the liberals are organizing to... I don't think we're organizing anything. Doesn't feel like it. Maybe. AOC is organizing. Bernie's organizing. Tim Walz is out there doing something. I know. Where's Kamala? So one of the questions I'm going to ask, because I'm rambling really long, if there is a new election, when there is a new election this year, this summer, and there are Democrats that are vying for the POTUS position, and the Lotus is part of that, would you still vote for her? Or would it be Josh Shapiro or Buttigieg? Bootylicious. I can say that, but I can't say Buttigieg. Bootylicious. Would it be Amy? Would it be AOC? Would it be Bernie? Because she's so, and you know, I was talking to my wife the other day, it's like, where are the Obamas? Where are all these other leaders talking about this? It feels like, to me, that because this information is coming out, that they're just laying low. But I'm kind of done with it. I'm kind of done with it. You need to come out. Okay. Elon Musk going to the Pentagon to get war information on China. One of his rivals. He sells more cars in China, I heard. I may be wrong. Even though China has one of the best EV cars. BYO. We can't buy them here. Elon Musk. Is he getting the right information? When I heard that, I said, he's getting wrong information. He's going to spill it. They're going to get him. That's what I heard. I hoped I heard. Was that right? Okay. Elon Musk, what are you getting? What do we need to know about you going to the Pentagon to get these 30 slides on how we would deal with a war with China? Ace of Swords. New truth. It's because I'm going so long, I'm just gonna ramble fast with this. Okay. Ace of Swords, new truth, new beginnings, new something. We have the Six of Coins, giving and receiving information. Okay, so is Musk giving information? Is he receiving information to give it to somebody else? Is this the trap that I was talking about? We have the Emperor down at the base. A lot of times for me now, he wants to be the Emperor. In the past, as it relates to this, is this information that's going to be coming really fast. And it's going to create Five of Wands energy, the battle. That's going to cause some kind of movement in the Chariot. A movement forward. Internally, what this is doing is causing us the Ten of Swords, being stabbed in the back. Again, this is Elon Musk going there, and I said he is going to get false information that he's then going to give, and someone's going to turn around and stab him in the back and go, you gave out the wrong information. External. We get the Two of Cups, working in partnership. I don't know, am I reading this wrong? You guys help me out here. I think I'm reading this right this way. We get the Six of Cups going into hopes and fears. This is living a childlike life, going back to simpler times, going back, maybe his ketamine isn't adjusted right. A little delusional as to why, yeah, this is good. I know, this is the way it's supposed to be. And the final outcome card is the devil energy, is the addiction. It's interesting, I said ketamine here, and we get the addiction card here. And truly, I think that he does have some of that energy with him. We have the Two of Wands, information coming forward that has world implications. This is certainly a DEI card. Look at all the different colors on there. And he gets the Eight of Swords, restriction. I think this is a trap. I didn't say that. I think this is so good for him, as long as he doesn't watch this video. And even if he did, I think he'd still go, he's just a crazy little tarot reader. How dare you call me little? And how dare you use the word he's just. I think that he may be, him and Hegiseth, maybe going into a little bit of unknown territory, and he may get caught up in it. Interesting. And the reason I kind of like hesitated with all that is because some people say, don't say that, you're putting it out there, they'll know. Maybe. Maybe if I put it out there, they'll go, ooh, maybe I should just leave right now. Okay, I don't know. I was just being silly. Psychic duck is shaking its beak. Oh. Sounding like Frankenduck. Okay. Let's look. I'm going to still use this same deck. I will clear the energy of it. And I want to look at Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris. We got all these silent leaders. All of these silent leaders. And I hear what people say, she needs to protect herself from her kids. And I was going to go into that too. Why are all these people, why are all these judges, these lawmakers, these Republicans, why are they so focused on it? Well, they're in a cult. But some of these law firms like that were for liberal causes that are turning, is it because their families are being threatened? Is that what it is? If it's true, you know, that's a tough one, for sure. I mean, if somebody threatens Psychic Duck, oh, gloves off, elbows up. You know what I'm saying? You're welcome. And but there comes a time when you put yourself in that position that you need to stand up. What is going on with all these silent leaders, specifically Kamala Harris? What is going on with it? What is going on? Collecting information, watching things go in and out, collecting information from overseas. This is also watching your ships come in. It's also watching your ships go out. As she stays more and more silent, she's watching her level of support go away. It's being covered by the King of Cups. That's my Joe Biden energy, a calming energy, a calming authority. So maybe she's getting information from somebody that has more information, says, hey, come on now. Let's just wait. Let's watch the ship go out. Let's watch the ship come in. Let's see what happens. At the base of the reading is walking away And this is a sorrow card. So this is walking away from the stolen election. But this is also a card of introspection, of going to find oneself. In the past is the High Priestess energy. This is the female magician. This is using her intuition, tapping into that higher source. And she's got the owl energy. I go back to listen to Lori, The Way of the Positive Change, dream about owl. At the top of the reading is the confusion, is the battle. In the potential near future is the tower. Why are all these people so silent? Excuse me. Again, when I read on this stuff, I get the hiccups. It's like the energy, it's like, oh, tower moment. Just going, do we need to be in this tower moment? Is that what we need to be in? It doesn't, it's fake. We don't need to be in here, but we manufactured this tower moment. Not we. I don't know how we did, but we did, because we are all part of this. I don't get how I did it, but we did it internally. We have a new beginning, a new project. Externally, we have the Empress. Is this Russia? It could be, but it feels more like giving birth to a new way, a new... look at all these animals, and they're all in harmony, and they're all happy. Well, I hope they're all happy. The swans are happy. Where's the duck? Where is... What? No duck? I don't know if I could read anymore. Okay, so it could be the external position is Russia influencing this tower moment. I'll drop this down for the last couple of cards. This Empress Russian energy creating this tower moment in the external position, creating this battle, dividing us, which is what Russia wants. But this is also the new beginning coming together, where all species come together. The hopes and fear is the Hermit card, being alone, but shining a light on some information. This King of Cups information. Why so silent? We have the Page of Cups. I would have flipped out if it was the Queen of Cups. We have the Page of Cups. Information coming from a little bit of an unexpected source. And in this astrological time that we're in, there is mermaid energy. There's a lot of water energy. So this Page of Cups, things coming from Atlantis or Lemuria. You see the buildings that are underwater. A new way, a new, just water energy, water knowledge. We're all water. We're mostly water. And water is just light, condensed. New information about the Seven of Swords, a steel. Why are they silent? Oh my God. Queen of Cups. Why are you so silent? I don't have an answer. All I know is that we got the King of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups. Joe Biden, Kamala, the Lotus, POTUS, coming forward. I'm going to pull two more on her just to see what, now maybe it's just the underlying. Page of Swords, some legal things coming. The government is in. The Three of Swords is like, oh my gosh. It looks like, this isn't heart, well, it is heartbreak, but the swords aren't being stabbed in the heart. This, the sword of truth that this, it looks like a woman has, she's like, oh, justice, it failed us. It failed us. However, there are two swords still standing right up. We still have our guardrails. They're still there in the Hierophant. And this card, the Delusion card, look at this DEI card. It's a rainbow card. It looks very confusing, and we've lost and we're struggling, which we really feel like we are, but we got the rainbow here, and we ride in like a winner. Six of Wands. Why are they so silent? It didn't answer. It didn't answer why they were so silent. But it did answer that she's coming out. So I guess that little lotus, I have to look to see how that little lotus blooms. Does it close up at night and open up during the day? Like anemones underwater? Wouldn't it be great if I got the Queen of Cups card right here? Oh, I didn't. Okay. Get it at the final clarifier in the final position. And then I added a couple more. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it here because this is a ramble. I hopefully will timestamp it. I hope I will. I hope I will. I wanted to leave you guys with one thing, because this is really long. I got this as I'm trying to deal with my craziness in my head and how to maintain a balance in today's time. I'm going to hit pause. Oh, I didn't get to this, but this was an interesting question. From Joe from Mo. She goes, these people that are being deported to El Salvador, are they then being shipped over to Russia to fight in Putin's army? I should have read on that. I didn't. That was a good one. So thank you for that. Okay. This is what I wanted to read on. This comes from Karen. And thank you, Karen. I hope you don't mind me saying. Trying to stay centering and grounded has been coming up often these past days. This is what she wrote me. I have been so aware of when I feel off center and put my intention on bringing myself back to center and feeling grounded, it feels important to good health. So as I was reading that, I had a thought in my head. If you email me and you don't want me to say something on the channel, please put, don't say this. Okay. I also heard a lawyer interview. Before you respond to some of your hillbilly brothers and relatives, the MAGA Republicans, before you respond to them, take a breath. And he had a whole podcast on this, and this podcast is amazing. And it's, I know you guys have seen it. It's called Diary of a CEO. Really good. How did that guy get to be so smart? I'm like, dang, you ask the best questions. But this lawyer said, take a breath before you respond. Don't just fly off the handle. Take a breath. Okay. And you can watch that. It's really good. So back to Karen, what she said. I've been trying to redirect my attention to what I feel positive and grateful for instead of being stuck in the fear of it. I've felt so triggered by the toxic display we see. Yeah. The recent news about code talkers. Oh my God. That came out this week too. Oh my God. So I'm going to make that this really short. I'm not going to keep going on there. But thank you, Karen, for this. So instead of being all pissed off about what they're doing with the code talkers and removing things and removing history, Enola-gate, and all of that, promote what the code talkers did. Promote the benefits of their heroism. So even though they are trying to shut it down, talk about it in a positive light. Bring it forth in the honor and respect that they need. Okay. That's it for this ramble. I could keep going, but I get triggered with this. So I want to say positively, we can do this. We can create a better world to live in, no matter what shit they're throwing on us and dumping on us and covering us up. We'll come out of this a little stinkier, maybe, a little dirtier. But let's clean ourselves up and be the light, be the bright. We got this. Thank you guys for watching. Peace and love.